Your product isn't failing, your marketing brain is. That's why your bank account looks like it's on a starvation diet, and yet you see competitors making sales left and right and wonder, what the hell are they doing that I'm not? Here's the truth. They're not better than you. They're just using psychological tricks backed by billions of dollars in research that flip your customer's brain from nah, maybe later, to take my money. And today, I'm handing you their exact playbook. 7 proven, ethical persuasion techniques that you can use immediately, whether you're selling cookies, coaching, or car washes. By the end of this, you won't just sell, you'll sell like Apple, Nike, and Amazon without their budget. Let's dive in. First up, give and take. The idea is dead simple. When someone gives you something, you feel a powerful subconscious need to give something back. It's why you say, I'll get the next one when a friend buys you a coffee. It's just wired into our DNA. The problem, your customer automatically has their guard up. In their mind, you're a goblin trying to snatch the money from their pockets. They see it as a fight where they lose cash and you win. It's a terrible starting point. But the trick, you have to give first. Give them something valuable with no strings attached. This flips the script. You're not a goblin anymore. You're a helpful guide. It creates a tiny psychological IOU that people will naturally want to repay, usually with their business. So a real-world example. Costco practically invented this with their free samples. You eat a tiny sausage, and suddenly you feel a bit guilty just walking away. So you buy the giant 50-pack. Software companies offer free trials, so you get hooked before they ask for a credit card. So how can you apply this, right? So coaches, consultants, don't offer a sales call, offer a free 15-minute strategy session. Get it? Give them one brilliant tip they can use right now, like a real win. If you're doing e-commerce, toss a small unexpected gift into every order, a sticker, a sample, even a handwritten thanks. It turns a boring transaction into an experience that they're always going to remember. If you're a local business, a baker gives away a free cookie, a mechanic offers a free tire check. Tiny cost, huge goodwill. If you're a digital creator, make a truly useful free thing, a checklist, an ebook, a mini course, not just some garbage PDF. Give away real value in exchange for their email address. Now, this only works if you're genuine, right? Your free thing has to actually be valuable. A coupon that requires a purchase isn't a gift, it's an ad. And people will see right through your desperate little ploy. Give freely. The selling part will take care of itself. All right, section 2, the fear of missing out, or FOMO, right? People are more afraid of losing something than they are excited about gaining something. We are terrified of missing out. When something is limited, rare, or about to vanish, our brains scream, I need it. The most dangerous phrase in your business is, I'll do it later. Later is a mythical land where 99% of sales go to die. Procrastination is the ultimate deal killer. So the trick or solution, you have to give them a real, honest reason to act now. Frame the opportunity so they understand it won't be there forever. This isn't about being pushy, it's about being clear. So for Perch Merch, we all had that one super slow month. So I will put out in my CRM email that we are doing 10 packages that include a ton of merch. And we're basically doing it for $800 off. Instead, it's a price of $1,500. But there's only 10 available. I sometimes do that because I have to make payroll very soon. And I will fill up those 10. And I do stop at 10. I've had people come back and be like, can I do another one? Like, nope, they're gone. Maybe next time. But it definitely worked. It's like Amazon, they are the kings of this, right? You always see only 2 left in stock. That single line has probably generated $1 billion in sales. Or booking.com, right? When you're checking out vacations, only 1 room left and 20 people are looking at this right now. We don't know if it's true or not, but our brains tell you it is. It's the 1-2 punch of scarcity and social proof that makes you panic buy a vacation. So Nike, limited edition drops. They create mass hysteria by making it seem like you're one of the lucky few to own a specific shoe. So how can we apply this, right? Well, I just told you how I applied it to Perch Merch, and that is definitely one way, right? A quantity-based, a limited number of items. I'm only taking 5 new clients this month. We only made 100 of these. The first 50 buyers get a bonus. Or you can do a time-based. That's an urgency thing. So a limited window to buy instead of an exact amount. You just say, this offer ends at midnight on Friday. The cart closes on Sunday and won't open again till next year. Or a flash sale, 20% off for the next 48 hours. I had the owner of Thrift World on my other podcast, and they do that all the time when they have too much inventory of thrift clothes. They just put out the mass text message, and they don't tell anybody when it is. And it's like for the next 24 hours, everything's 80% off or something like that. It's insane because they're just trying to get rid of their too much stock. And apparently people freak out and go running. So I have told it is something to watch. So I can't get there fast enough though. But you don't want to come off like a sleazeball, right? The scarcity must be real. Don't use a fake countdown timer that just resets. Don't say only 2 left when you've got a whole warehouse full. People aren't stupid. Use it to tell the truth about your limits, not to create a lie. Got it? Okay. Section 3, social proof. The safety in numbers. This one's simple. We are lemmings. When we're not sure what to do, we look around and copy everyone else. A long line outside a restaurant, we assume the food is amazing. A product with thousands of 5-star reviews, we click buy now without a second thought. It feels safe. So when a customer finds you, you're a stranger on the internet. For all they know, you're running your business from a van down by the river. Buying from you feels risky, right? So what's the solution here? You have to show them that other people just like them have bought your thing and didn't regret it. Make it painfully obvious that buying from you isn't a weird, risky decision. It's the normal one, right? Like some real world, like big examples, like McDonald's, right? You always see that over 99 billion served. That sign was a masterclass in social proof. Message, billions of people aren't wrong about greasy burgers. Or Amazon reviews. The entire platform is basically a social proof engine. Star ratings and customer photos are often the only reason we buy anything there. And don't tell me you haven't done that. You will see the same option on an Amazon thing, and you will pick the one that has more 5-star reviews, no matter what, without questioning it or anything. So again, I'm right on that. Can't deny that. Bestseller tags. That little tag on a menu or website immediately makes that item the safe and correct choice. So how can we apply that? Get testimonials. Don't just hope people leave reviews. After a customer has a good experience, ask them for one. Ask specific questions. What was the biggest change you saw? Use case studies. Tell a before and after story. Here was Bob's problem. Then Bob used our product. Now Bob is a rich, handsome man who drives a sports car. Show off your numbers. If you've served 500 customers, say it. If 10,000 people have downloaded your app, put that on your homepage. Numbers feel like proof. Display logos. If you do B2B, get permission to put your clients' logos on your site. Their credibility instantly becomes your credibility, right? Never, though, ever fake this. Don't buy followers. Don't write your own reviews. You will get caught and your reputation will be torched. One real gushing testimonial is worth 1,000 fake ones. Start there. Okay, so listen, we're only 3 principles in and you can already see this stuff everywhere. But knowing is half the battle. The other half is, the battle. All right. Section 4, the authority bias, the expert effect. We are trained from birth to trust authority. Parents, teachers, doctors, our brain has a shortcut. If an expert says it, it's probably true. When someone in a white lab coat says, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this, you don't argue, you just buy the toothpaste. So in a loud market, you're just another person shouting. A new customer has no reason to believe you over anyone else. Your claims are just noise, right? So here's the solution. Stop sounding like a salesperson and start acting like the go-to authority. You need to build and display the signals of expertise that make people just automatically trust you. Authorities don't sell, they diagnose and prescribe, right? Like the toothpaste commercials. It's always an actor in a lab coat. They're borrowing the authority of the entire medical profession. Like financial news. When a market analysis from a big name firm speaks, their words are treated like gospel. Their title gives them authority. Or book covers. New York Times bestseller is just an authority signal to your brain that says, this is important, right? So how can we use this? This is where you would want to create the how-to content. This is the fastest way. Start a blog, a YouTube channel, a podcast. Teach people how to solve their problems. Every helpful post is another brick in your authority wall, as it's seen on. If you've been featured anywhere, a local blog, a tiny podcast, slap that on your website. You're borrowing their authority. You can even write an ebook. Being an author carries a ton of weight, right? A super helpful 50-page ebook instantly makes you look smarter than 99% of your competitors. Use confident language. Stop saying, I think this might help. Start saying, the way to fix this is X, right? Be direct. Show your work. Display your years of experience certifications. And most of all, the results you've gotten for people. You can't fake authority. Fake it till you make it does not apply, right? This is to be built on real knowledge. Just focus on being genuinely helpful and sharing what you actually know. The authority will come naturally. All right, section 5. Still with me, everybody? The anchoring effect, setting the frame. This one is sneaky but incredibly powerful. It's called the anchoring effect. Our brains latch on to the first piece of information we receive, the anchor, and use it to judge everything that follows. A customer shows up with a price in their head for what your thing should cost, usually based on nothing. If your price is higher, they get sticker shock and shut down, even if you're providing massive value. So here's the solution, right? You set the anchor first by showing them a much higher number before you reveal your actual price. You can make your price look like a steal. And you see this all the time as well, like retail discounts. The tag that says was $200, now $99. The $200 is the anchor. Its only job is to make you think that $99 feels like a huge victory. Software pricing pages, right? They always show the crazy expensive enterprise plan first for $499 a month. Next to that, the $99 a month pro plan looks cheap, right? Restaurant menus. They put the $150 lobster at the top of the menu. They don't expect to sell it. It's there to make the $45 steak look reasonable. So you can apply this. Let's go with the bundle and compare. So if you sell a service, show the value of all the parts, right? So the course is $1,000. Coaching is $500. Community is $500. That's a total value of $2,000. But today, you get it all for just $799. So see, the $2,000 was the anchor, right? Or present high to low. When showing packages, always start with the most expensive, all-inclusive option first. After that, your other prices will seem way more affordable. Or we can state the value before price, right? Before you say what it cost, talk about the cost of not fixing the problem. This problem is costing you $5,000 a month. Suddenly, your $10,000 solution sounds like a brilliant investment. Now, the anchor has to be based in reality. You can't just invent a fantasy number, right? The was price should be a price you've actually charged. Anchoring is about framing the value that's already there, not making it up. Okay? Section 6, commitment and consistency. The yes ladder, right? That's what we're going to call it. We have a deep, weird need to be consistent with things we've already said and done. Once we make a choice, even a tiny one, we feel pressure to stick with it. It's a brain saver. Asking for a big sale right away is like proposing on the first date. It's too much, too soon. It's easy for them to say no because they have zero skin in the game. So here's our solution. Don't go for the big yes all at once. Get them to say yes to a series of small, easy things first. Each yes is a micro commitment. It gets harder and harder for them to say no later, because it would make them look inconsistent and flaky. It's like the car salesman never starts with "wanna buy it." He starts with "looking for something safe, right?" You say yes. "Good gas mileage is important, isn't it?" You say yes. He's building a yes chain. Or free trials. Signing up is a small yes, but after you've spent an hour setting up the software, it feels like a waste of your own effort, so you pay. Or petitions. You sign a petition, small yes. A week later, the same group asks for a donation, bigger yes. You're more likely to give because you already publicly sided with them. So how can we do this, right? In sales calls, let's say, ask questions that get a yes. Would you agree that having more clients would be a good thing? They're going to say yes. And would saving 10 hours a week be valuable? They're going to say yes. So if I could show you a system that does both, would that be worth the conversation? They're going to say yes. Right? Or the foot in the door technique. Ask for a tiny request. Ask them to follow you on social media, or subscribe to your newsletter, or download a freebie. These are small yeses, right? The tripwire offer. Instead of selling a $1,000 course, first offer a $7 mini course. The simple act of becoming a paying customer, even for a tiny amount, is a huge psychological step. Now, again, this isn't about trapping people. It's about guiding them to a solution that's actually right for them. The yes ladder should lead them somewhere they genuinely want to go. Section 7, loss aversion. The fear of the status quo, right? Last one. We talked about fear of missing out on something new. This is even more powerful. The fear of losing what you already have. The pain of losing $100 feels twice as bad as the pleasure of finding $100. This makes us stick with what we know. So the problem is, buying your product isn't just about the customer gaining a solution. It's about them losing the comfort of their current routine. Even if their current way sucks, it's the devil they know. This fear keeps them stuck. So the solution? Stop selling the shiny new feature and start highlighting the cost of doing nothing. You have to clearly show them that by staying put, they are actively losing money, time, or status every single day. Okay, so like insurance companies, the entire industry runs on this. You buy insurance to avoid a catastrophic loss of your home, not because you hope to gain a new roof. Or software sales. A great salesperson says, right now, your team is losing 10 hours a week on this. That's a 40-hour work week every week that your business is losing forever. What's that costing you, right? Limited time offers. This combines scarcity with loss aversion. You're not just missing the chance to get a discount, you are losing the discount that you could have had. So how do we apply this, right? Go through your website and your sales pitches. Flip every gain into avoiding a loss. Instead of gain more time, try stop wasting hours on tasks you hate. Instead of increase your profit, try stop leaving money on the table. Instead of get 20% discount, try don't lose your 20% discount. That's the best one right there. Qualify the cost of inaction. Do the math for them. How many customers are you losing each month because of this, right? Put a dollar amount on their pain. Highlight competitive risk. Your top competitors are already doing this. How much business are you willing to lose by waiting another year, right? The loss has to be real, though. This isn't about making up horror stories. It's about shining a spotlight on the genuine existing pain your customer is in and showing them you have the cure. So there you have it. 7 mind control tricks that aren't actually tricks at all. They're the rules of human decision making. And now that you know them, use them right. And you stop being the pushy salesperson and start being the obvious choice. So here's the deal. Using them is where the money is at. So which of these 7 are you actually gutsy enough to try this week? Drop it in the comments because I will be reading them. And if you want more $0 marketing tips that don't suck, do us both a favor and hit subscribe. It helps me out and gets you the good stuff. So thanks for watching. Now go make it happen.